is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today we have some fantastic information because it's about games that I'm super excited about and that I'm passionate about. So let's go ahead and get right into the news. So Fire Emblem Warriors adds Cordelia and female Robin. So two new playable characters confirmed in the weekly Famitsu. Cordelia and Robin, the female version from Fire Emblem Awakening, will be playable characters in Fire Emblem Warriors, the latest issue of Weekly Famitsu has revealed. Outside of the new character details, the magazine also has information on the game's efficiency and weapon triangle systems, which return from previous Fire Emblem games. There are also details on a character lost system that prevents players from using the character again if they die. Fire Emblem Warriors is due out for the Nintendo Switch and new Nintendo 3DS on September 28th in Japan and will launch this fall in North America and in Europe. So yo, shout outs to this here, and I will be getting you guys details on the other stuff as soon as that gets translated from the Famitsu magazine, but I'm super excited about this game. I love Cordelia. She's one of my favorite characters in Fire Emblem Awakening, and of course you can't go wrong with the waifu, the female Robin in there, the master tactician. Fire Emblem Warriors just gets better and better and better with each new character revealed, with each gameplay video, with each screenshot. I cannot wait to use Cordelia in the game. She is awesome. Obviously, she's beautiful. She has a great design to her. That's one of the things that struck me about her when I first played Fire Emblem Awakening back in 2013. All of the characters from that game are super memorable, and I just love the fact that they're adding characters from there because I love Fire Emblem Awakening. It's easily my favorite Fire Emblem game of all time. So I'm looking forward to this, especially with the efficiency and weapon triangle systems being put into this type of game. Now, I'm not huge like, oh my gosh, we need the weapon triangle in every single Fire Emblem game because heck, Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia takes it out. But putting it into this type of action game actually makes it pretty cool. On top of that, the efficiency system, that's going to be interesting when they detail more on that. And then also the character lost, or the hardcore mode, the Fire Emblem games that are known for, they're going to have that in this game, and that's going to be really awesome to have on playthroughs whenever I stream it for you guys, just because that's one of the staples of the Fire Emblem games. But in an action game, I'm more compelled to use it there than I am in the newer Fire Emblem games where they have that, to where you can have the option between casual and the hardcore, just because I don't have the time to be like restarting all the missions. But with action games, it's a little bit different. You know, the pace is faster, you get through things a bit faster, so I'm looking forward to actually playing through the game normally, then also challenging myself with the character loss system, or the hardcore mode in the game. Fire Emblem Warriors launching in September in Japan. I'm hoping, but I'm pretty sure they won't have it, but I'm hoping that the game will actually come in English to where I can just import that version, or I can just download it on the eShop and start playing in September, because that would be technically a month away at this point. A little bit over a month, few weeks or so, we could be playing Fire Emblem Warriors on the Nintendo Switch. So I'm hoping there's an English version that's on there, but I'm guessing there won't be, just because they're taking a little bit of time for the localization, and I'm pretty sure it's all because of the fully voiced cast as far as everything goes, so they need a little bit more time to get the voices and everything down. Whereas if it was all text, I'm pretty sure it would have came out near the same time, because Nintendo's been pretty good with localizing their games so far. But if you've noticed, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, a lot of games without a lot of voices or text, you know, for the most part. Even Zelda doesn't even have that much, whereas Fire Emblem Warriors has a ton of characters and a lot of voices to go over. So no problem there, but man, I'm excited for this game. Fire Emblem is one of my favorite franchises. I love the look of the characters, I love the style, I love the weapons, I love everything about the franchise, especially the newer games, and this one is looking to be really cool. And like I said before, I still think there's going to be DLC. I know that they're saying that they don't know, or there's not going to, or nothing's planned, but I'm telling you, if this game is a hit, which I think it will be, on the Nintendo Switch, you have a portable version and a home console version, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it does. In addition to that, I'm looking forward to them adding in DLC with other characters from the different games, maybe in different packs. I'd be totally down for that. But overall, they're building a nice roster of course, great sword users and main characters, in addition to the extra characters and people who are using all sorts of stuff, so it's good to see. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 has been announced for the Nintendo Switch, and it's coming in late 2017. Now, Resident Evil Revelations will also be coming to the Xbox One and PS4 in August, but the Nintendo Switch version, we're going to focus on that, and then we're going to have a nice little discussion, because some of you guys, oh man, some of you guys, this is just a funny announcement. It's a funny announcement, but we'll get into that in a bit. So, both Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2 are coming to Nintendo Switch in late 2017, Capcom has confirmed. Further details about the Switch release were not announced. Resident Evil Revelations first launched on Nintendo 3DS, followed by the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, and PC, and will launch on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on August 29th. Resident Evil Revelations 2 launched simultaneously on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, followed by the PS Vita. So the Nintendo Switch is finally catching up with that, but you know, the system just launched, so it's kind of new. So let's talk about this a little bit. After my last video where I said Capcom support Volume 2, I had Volume 1 and Volume 2. I had multiple people in the comment section once again say that I'm damage controlling for them. Say that, oh, well, where's the games at? Say that, oh, well, they're not even announcing ports. Where's my Mega Man? Where's my games? And I tried to let people know is that, no, you will not always get everything. Especially as the Switch builds an install base, you might get late ports, you might get other stuff, but you just have to calm down, stop having those knee-jerk online reactions, and just let some time go by. The Switch is still, even at this point, less than 6 months old, and you have people literally with pitchforks on there calling people names, saying you're damage controlling, can't prove that I actually am, because everything that I've said about Capcom to this point is logical. Can't prove that I am, but sitting there and rallying up the troops. Heck, even had people calling me out on Twitter saying that Konami is doing a better job with Bomberman, you know, that $50 game that launched in somewhat of a broken state. Yes, they patched it up, but yeah, that game. And Konami has been MIA as far as announcements since then, and Capcom at this point will have released 4 Nintendo Switch games by the end of 2017, with Resident Evil Revelations 1 and Resident Evil Revelations 2 being really good games and much better than Super Bomberman R. Let's just be honest here. Now, I talked about me not supporting Capcom when it comes to certain things like their constant re-releases of things that I've already bought, but I want to let you guys know that I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil Revelations style of gameplay. I like what they did with that game. That's why I bought the game with the misspelling it all right there. Resident Evil Revelations. Capcom can't spell the name of their own game. And I also bought Resident Evil Revelations again on the Wii U, and I also have Resident Evil Revelations 2 on the Xbox One. But the reason why I'm buying it again on the Nintendo Switch is because I actually only played this just a little bit, then I had to delete it because I ran out of space, then I completely forgot about the game. So I'll be happy to get the Nintendo Switch version where Resident Evil Revelations 1 will be on cartridge, and then you'll get a download code for Resident Evil Revelations 2, or you can buy the games independently for $20, okay? So you can either buy it bundled together with the cartridge and Resident Evil Revelations 2 for $40, or you can buy them separately for $20. I will be getting that box. Heck yeah, I'll be getting that box with the download code in there. I want to talk about this a little bit because, like I said, I had multiple people call me out on Twitter about that, saying where's Capcom as far as what they're going to do for the Switch. And this is the reason why I was trying to let you guys know, hey, Capcom already said this. I've had multiple videos letting you guys know that Capcom was porting over the RE engine to the Nintendo Switch. Obi first revealed it. I think he just said that there's going to be some type of Capcom or Resident Evil game. I think he said Resident Evil 7, but overall, the gist of his video was like Resident Evil is coming to the Switch, or they're working with Nintendo on it. Then we got the news that Capcom said that, yeah, we're porting over the RE engine. And I tried to tell you guys, like, constantly, and even kind of alluded to, like, hey guys, they're porting over the RE engine. Hey guys, they're porting over the RE engine. Then all of a sudden we get this announcement, while we had other YouTubers and other people saying that they've moved on, and pretty much let other Nintendo fans know that Capcom are liars, that they have nothing going for the Switch, and there's not going to be anything. And we saw people complaining instead of just looking at the facts, and you would have known that a Resident Evil game was probably going to come to the Nintendo Switch, that there's going to be more support instead of just ignoring things. And that's why I said multiple times with Capcom support, I wanted to mention that they did port over the RE engine, that Nintendo and Capcom worked together. Are they going to get everything? Like I said, probably not. But are they going to get games? Of course they are. Capcom is going to put games on the Switch. The Switch is a success so far. It's continuing to sell. well. They've had good sales with their other games. I don't see why they wouldn't put more games on the Switch. It doesn't make sense. Now, here's another thing that I want to say, guys, when it comes to this, when it comes to Resident Evil Revelations 2 and why you should buy it on the Switch, or at least consider buying it. Now, of course, you get the cartridge version of it. You get both games for $40. That's a fantastic price, $20 per game. That's cool, right? But also, here's another thing. If you want to see more RE games on the Nintendo Switch, and especially Resident Evil Remake, which is much like or might be styled like these games right here when it comes to Resident Evil Revelations and not like Resident Evil 7. I didn't buy that one because I don't want to support first-person weirdo Resident Evil. Okay, I want my Resident Evil back the way it was, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil Revelations. I like that style, so I didn't support Resident Evil 7, but I'll support this. So if you want to see Resident Evil 2 Remake, which is probably going to be more styled like Resident Evil Revelations 2, then I would consider buying Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch if you want to see the remake and other games if they go in that direction. Like I said, I didn't buy Resident Evil 7. I think that game is weird and first person. That's not Resident Evil to me. I don't want to play a game like that. I want to play Resident Evil like how it's supposed to be played, in my opinion, which is like the Resident Evil 4 style, where I can see the character. Because the characters in Resident Evil have always been part of the experience, and if it's in first person and I can't see the character, that's a problem for me. So that's the reason why I'm saying that maybe you should pick up this game, especially on the Nintendo Switch, if you want to see those other ones on there. Capcom has stuck to their word so far. They said, hey, we're looking at Street Fighter 2. We are going to still support it, but we are looking at that. That's selling good, obviously, and now they have more games coming out for it. I do think that Resident Evil Revelations 2 is going to be a lot of fun to play on stream with you guys. And remember, both of these games have online multiplayer. There's co-op. Everything's kind of put in there. It's fantastic value. Resident Evil Revelations 1, I think the online is still up for the Wii U, and I played that quite a bit. Or you can play it by yourself. The raid mode is absolutely fantastic. So it's something that I think you guys should definitely pick up, and I think it will show as far as the Resident Evil games going forward that we can get some of them now. I still think Capcom is going to do what Capcom does, right? They're going to always pull a Capcom. They might release Resident Evil 4 and 5 and 6 on the Switch and expect all of us to buy those. Not sure if I'll buy all that because I've already bought those way too many times, but we'll see what happens going forward in the future. What do you guys think about Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 coming to the Switch? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page, pledge any tier. Be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop turners from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.